Hello friends, in this video I want to show you how I make my individual mini apple pies. I'm also going to show you how we can fine-tune the ingredients and the procedure. Now, as I'm going to do these pies for other people, not for me, I have to be more careful than what I usually am in the kitchen. That means I have to use a mask over my mouth. I have to use an apron, and I have to have my hands perfectly clean, nails perfectly clean, not like in my other do-it-yourself videos. And additionally, I have to put something over my hair so the hairs don't fall inside the dough. And this old stocking is perfect for doing that. I might not look very pretty with this, but I've never been very pretty, so it's okay. Now, let's start working on the recipe. The first thing I want to do is convert the inaccurate measurements one uses in the kitchen into standard measurements. That is, spoons, cups, etc. into grams. As you can see, we have all sizes of cups, so if we want to find the cost of the pies, or if we want our pies to have the same quality each time we make them, we need to have exact measurements. So, I'm going to fill this cup level to the rim, then I'm going to weigh it so I can know exactly how much sugar I'm using. In this image, you can see the original recipe, which I'll apply now. First, we weigh the cup or tare it to remove the weight of the cup. Then we fill the cup level, take note of its weight, and place it in the plastic bowl. Then we mix in the margarine. We need 125 grams of margarine, and this container has 500 grams. So we need about a quarter of this volume. And we're going to weigh that amount here. That's 125.5 grams. Now, let's mix them in. I prefer to mix the margarine with the sugar first, because it blends much easier with sugar than with the flour or the eggs. It doesn't mix well with these, especially the eggs. So, we go first with the sugar, then with the flour, and once the flour is well mixed with the others, then you pour in the eggs. There you can see the sugar is well mixed with the margarine. And now we cover it with the flour. We need 3 cups of flour, and it has to be flour with baking powder. If you don't have that kind of flour, you can use common flour like that one, and add 1 teaspoon of baking powder for each cup of flour. There we are, a level cup of flour. That weighs 359 grams, the cup with the flour. And the cup itself weighs 232 grams, so that's 125 grams of flour for each cup. And we need 3 cups. Okay, there we've added 3 cups of flour. Now we mix the flour with the margarine and sugar till we get a dry paste. We must try to distribute the ingredients of the recipe as uniformly as possible. Once it is dry enough, I can put my fingers in and knead the dough without it sticking to my hands. This is the advantage of using a wooden ladle. If I put my hands in there, they'll end up full of margarine. There, the margarine is mostly mixed with the flour. I still have some clumps I have to break up, but I'll do that with my hands because it's quite dry now. Now we are ready with that part. So we'll add the eggs. We need 3 eggs, but we'll mix and beat the eggs a bit, or we'll end up with the yolk on one side and the white on the other. Okay, now we pour in the eggs. As you can see, the dough is well mixed, but it isn't dry enough for kneading and rolling, so we need to add a bit of flour and sugar. Clearly, that cup is too small. For this recipe, that cup is too small. That cup must have a volume of 0.2 liters or 0.4 US pints. It probably should be a cup of 0.25 liters or 0.5 US pints. So I'll increase each dry ingredient by 25%, 40 grams of sugar and 125 grams of flour. There, it feels much better. It doesn't get stuck to my hands, although it might need more flour when rolling. So I'll have to cover the rolling surface with flour. Now that we've finished with this part, we must peel the apples, chop them up and give them a brief boil. I had to put them in a bigger pot because there was more apple than I expected. There, it's boiling. We stir it a bit and leave it for a minute or so, and it's ready. We let the apples cool off and sieve them. Okay. While the apples are cooling off, we'll roll and cut the dough. These are my molds ready for the oven. I've had to add quite a bit of flour so it doesn't stick to the roller. This is my dough cutter, a 2.5 litre cocaine plastic bottle. Now we have to cut strips of dough to put over the pies. Thin strips placed in a crisscross pattern. Now we fill each pie with apples just above the top. And there we are ready for the oven. Now we are ready with all the pies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pies that are full of apples. Some might have too much. And this one that has too few apples. So really it should be 12 pies if I had shared the apples better. And now I take them to the oven, 15 minutes with a low flame, and then we increase the heat with a high flame for 15 minutes until golden brown. Okay, the pies are nicely baked, none burnt, some are brownish, so I decide to get them out. The ones at the back are less cooked. Now we have to wait for them to cool off so we can give them a bite. And before eating, we can sprinkle a bit of powdered sugar over each one to enhance sweetness and tasty calories. That's it. I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.